You want to fall in love without falling apart. Here's what falling apart looks like. You stop calling your friends because your partner doesn't like them. You stop doing things you enjoy because your partner doesn't understand them. You stop speaking up about things that bother you because your partner gets upset when you complain. You stop being yourself because yourself isn't what your partner fell in love with. Or maybe they did fall in love with yourself, but now they want to improve you and help you become the best version of yourself, which turns out to be their version of yourself. This is not love, and you know that. People have dreams to have a reason to keep living, but some of us fall in love for the same desperate reason. We think love means becoming half of something instead of twice yourself. You can love someone completely without becoming them. You can care deeply without drowning. The problem starts when you mistake obsession for devotion. When you can't tell if you're in love with them or in love with not being alone. Desperation wears the mask of romance quite well. People think they need someone to complete them. Bullshit. You need someone who sees you're already complete. Someone who adds to your life without becoming your life. Love is not rescue. Love is recognition. Two whole people choosing each other. Not two broken pieces trying to form one functional human. You want to fall in love without falling apart. Start by loving yourself first. The real love, where you know your own company is enough. Where you can sit alone without reaching for your phone. Where your worth doesn't fluctuate based on who texts you back. When you love yourself properly, you don't give pieces of yourself away hoping someone will love you back. You share from abundance, not from emptiness. This changes everything. Suddenly you're not asking what you can get from love. You're asking what you can give. The needy die in relationships. The secure thrive. Security doesn't mean you don't feel jealousy or fear. It means you feel those things without letting them drive your decisions. You feel fear and choose trust anyway. You feel jealousy and choose conversation over accusation. You feel uncertainty and choose presence over projection. Most of us bring our childhood wounds into adult relationships, then wonder why everything feels familiar and terrible. Your partner becomes your parent. Your lover becomes your therapist. Your relationship becomes your recovery program. This never works. Healing is your job. Love is the reward for doing that job well. You cannot love someone into loving you. You cannot change someone into the person you need. You cannot fix someone broken any more than they can fix you. Stop trying to solve each other. Start trying to see each other. Really see. Without the stories you tell yourself about who they should be. Without the fantasy version you fell in love with on the second date. See them as they are right now, today, in this moment, with morning breath and unpaid bills and anxiety about their mother and dreams they've given up on and dreams they're too afraid to chase. Love that person, not the version that exists only in your imagination. This is harder than it sounds because most people fall in love with projections. They meet someone and immediately start writing a story about who this person is and what this relationship will become. Then they spend months or years trying to make reality match the story, instead of adjusting the story to match reality. The story is always more romantic than the truth. The story doesn't include arguments about whose turn it is to take out the trash. The story doesn't include the way they chew too loudly, or leave dishes in the sink, or check their phone during conversations. The story is highlights without context. Love without the story is quieter but more durable. It's built on what is instead of what could be. How to fall in love without falling apart? The answer is, don't fall. Walk, with your eyes open, knowing exactly where you're going. Love is not something that happens to you. Love is something you choose. Every day. With full knowledge of the consequences. Choose someone who makes you more yourself, not less. Someone who sees your darkness and doesn't try to fix it or flee from it. Someone who has their own darkness and doesn't expect you to be their light. Choose someone who can fight fair, who can say sorry without making excuses, who can be wrong without becoming defensive, who can be hurt without becoming cruel. Choose someone who has a life outside of you, friends you haven't met, interests you don't share, dreams that don't include you. Because people who have nothing going on besides you will drain you dry. They'll make you responsible for their happiness, then resent you when you inevitably fail at that impossible job. You are not anyone's entertainment or salvation or reason for living. You are yourself. That should be enough for the right person. Love doesn't require you to become smaller. It invites you to become larger, but only with someone who is also growing. Two people shrinking together is not intimacy. It's mutual destruction. Real love says, be more of who you are, not less. Real love says, I see you trying to hide parts of yourself from me, and I'm curious about those parts too. Real love says you don't have to perform for me. You don't have to be impressive or agreeable or convenient. You can be tired and cranky and uncertain, and I will still be here. You are not a rough draft of a person waiting for someone to edit you into something better. You are not a problem to be solved, or a project to be completed. You are a human being deserving of love as you are right now, today. With everything you think is wrong with you, find someone who agrees. They exist, but you have to stop settling for people who don't. Stop trying to convince people to love you. Stop auditioning for the role of someone's partner. Stop changing yourself to fit what you think they want. They either see your value or they don't. If they don't, that's information about them, not about you. Your job is to know your own value so clearly that someone else's inability to see it doesn't shake your confidence in it. Self-love is peace. Peace with who you are. Peace with where you are. Peace with what you have to offer. From this place of peace, you can love others without losing yourself. You can be generous without being depleted. You can be vulnerable without being desperate. You can care deeply without caring desperately. This is how you fall in love without falling apart. You stay standing. You stay yourself. You stay awake. Love is not a drug that makes you forget who you are. Love is a mirror that helps you remember.